Contestant number 9, Carol Van Zile. Flaunting our thongs. Fashion statement or deadly disaster? Flaunting our thongs. Fashion statement or deadly disaster? Carol Van Zile.
Leader Johnny was driving his pimped-out Ford Pinto down a busy New York street. What? It was his first ride. It was lunchtime, and the sidewalks were filled with vendors selling everything from hot dogs to hot watches. Suddenly, his car jumped the curb, ran over 3 defenseless vendor carts and a fire hydrant before coming to rest on top of a street performer. No worries. It was just a mime. After an extensive investigation, it was determined that his flip-flop got caught between the floor mat and the accelerator, causing the car to careen out of control. Mr. Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, and anyone else who owns this evil instrument of death. According to a trusted source for statistics, the internet, there are literally thousands of accidents that happen every year because of this fashion faux pas. In case you haven't seen one, it's basically a flat sole held loosely to the foot with a Y strap. Flip-flops. What a stupid name. They really should be called slip and slides, because that's what you have to do to keep them on your feet. Or how about bottom spankers? Because they are spanking the bottom of your foot the entire time you're there. I think for the duration of this conference, we should all call these my favorite term for them. Thongs. What are we going to call these? Thongs. Louder! Thongs. Perfect. Thong wearers of the world need to realize that their weird plastic sole covers are not appropriate attire for every occasion. Let's review a few simple rules about when and where to flaunt your thongs. Has anybody heard the fashion rule, no white after Labor Day? Just like white clothes, absolutely no thongs should be worn between October and March. Yes, there are probably some occasions where it's okay to wear white after Labor Day. If you're in a tennis tournament, if you're Frosty the Snowman at a Christmas parade, or if you're going to a wedding and you happen to be the bride, those you can get away with. However, there is never a good reason to wear thongs in the winter. Enjoy them all you want until the end of September, and then throw them in your closet and leave them there until the ground starts to thaw, sometime around March. And of course, you should never wear your thongs Christmas shopping. Not only would you potentially be walking through ice and snow, but the only thing uglier than your nasty unkempt feet are nasty unkempt bright red feet from being out in the snow and cold. Remember, if it's January and you just have to wear your thongs, don't! Absolutely no thongs to a formal occasion. Weddings, funerals, DTM ceremonies are not necessarily the right occasion for the bottoms of your feet to get beat by your shoes. Take a look around. If everyone else is wearing nicely tailored suits or pretty party dresses, you probably ought to step it up and put on your big boy and big girl shoes. Here's a safety tip. Never wear your thongs to a bar, a concert, a parade, anywhere where large groups of people can be standing. It's dangerous. Your foot can get stomped on. It's what happens in groups of people. And if you're at a bar, glasses get dropped and beer bottles fall, and if that happens on your naked exposed foot, you could be going straight to the emergency room. And gentlemen, if you're wearing thongs and you go to the men's room, It's not ever appropriate. It doesn't matter if you're a waitress in a tiki bar or if you're the president of the company that makes the thongs. Never, N-E-V-E-R, never, period, case closed. Not even if it's Casual Friday. I'm not totally against thongs. In fact, I happen to own a few pairs of this instrument of death myself. It's important, though, that they be worn in the correct setting, which isn't driving, in the winter, at a formal occasion, in a crowd, and of course, never, ever at work. After extensive investigation on my part, which included talking to a few folks at a nursing home and a televangelist, I have determined that there is only one appropriate place to wear your thongs. The beach. Not on the way to the beach, because you should wear a shoe appropriate for driving. But once you get there, take those driving shoes off, throw them in the back seat, slip on your thongs, and make that irritating slapping sound all the way down to the water. Mr. Contest Master.